gaze is shifted upwards to the sky. We crave for knowledge, for in the unknown. Our time has come to find what we weren't
I feel like